students. Are you also struggling with this topic, le discours rapporté, direct and indirect speech? Do not worry, by the end of this video, I'm sure all your doubts will be cleared pertaining to this topic. But before we begin with this video, quickly go and grab a notebook and a pen. Okay, so let's jump into today's video, discours rapporté. What is discours rapporté? Reported speech, when we want to convey someone else's message. And how do we do that? There are a few pointers that you need to keep in mind. And if you follow these pointers in your question, definitely your answers will be correct. So let's start with the first point. The first point is declaration. Declaration. How do we do a declaration sentence? Declaration means the same person is declaring something. Okay, the same person is saying something. For example, il dit, il pleut. You also need to understand the difference between a direct and an indirect sentence. So can you see the direct sentence? Il dit, comma, then double arrows, il pleut, and arrows closed. Okay, so this is a direct sentence. And when you make an indirect sentence, you join the sentence, you join both of the things and you put a full stop. So the sentence becomes indirect. Okay, so the first point is declaration. In a declaration sentence, the same person is saying something. Il dit, il pleut. He's saying it rains. So how do you join the sentence? You join the sentence with the help of the word que. Okay, it can be Q-U-E or Q-U apostrophe if the subject pronoun is starting with a vowel. Okay, so il dit qu'il pleut. He's saying that it is raining. Okay, so let's move ahead to the next point. The next point is imperative. Okay, imperative. Now, when we see the sentence again, the brackets have been opened. You see the sentence? Viens ce soir. The sentence is in imperative. Imperative means there is no subject pronoun. So how do we join the sentence? We join the sentence with the help of two things. First thing, you need to write the. Second thing, whichever verb is given in the bracket, you write the infinitive form of the verb. Okay, so the sentence becomes il dit de venir ce soir. Ça va, c'est clair? What do you need to do? You write the sentence il dit, and it's imperative sentence. So you write de. You see the verb which is given, write that verb in infinitive and complete your sentence with a full stop. Okay, il dit de venir ce soir. Same sentence, we are going to also see it in negative form. What happens in negative? In negative, I've taken the same example. Il dit ne vient pas ce soir. Now it's ne vient pas ce soir. So what do? Again, the rule remains same, the plus l'infinitive, but ne pas. Where are you going to write ne pas? Whenever the verb is in infinitive form, ne pas will always be before the verb. Okay, so the sentence becomes il dit de ne pas venir ce soir. Il dit de ne pas venir ce soir. Okay, so imperative positive, de plus l'infinitive, imperative negative, de ne pas plus l'infinitive. Okay, so let's move ahead to the next point. What happens in the next point? L'interrogation. Interrogation, when you want to make question. Okay, so how do you make question? There are two types. There are two ways how you can make the question, right? One is when you make a question using the forms, and the next is when you make the question using the words. So when you make the question using the forms, there can be three types of questions. The first, using intonation, you see this. Tu parles français? That's intonation. Second, est-ce que tu parles français? That is by using est que. And third, inversion, parles-tu français? So whenever forms are used there, you join the sentence with the help of the word si. Okay, so il demande, he's asking, si je parle français? Okay, this is how you join the sentence, because he must be asking to someone else, do you speak French? And same thing I'm assuming. So he's asking, si je parle français. Ça va? Let's move ahead to the next point. Now in the next point, we move on to interrogation, question words. Question words, it can be any question word, quand, pourquoi, comment, où, combien de. What do we do in that case? What do we do in that case? We just copy the question word, okay? So let's see, for example, Le père demande à sa fille, où vas-tu? The father is asking to her daughter, where are you going? The same thing I want to narrate now. The father is asking to his daughter, where is she going? Excellent, très bien. Okay. So remember to change the subject pronouns also when required, along with the conjugation. Okay. When we're asking directly, où vas-tu? Inversion is there. But when we are changing to indirect, no inversion, and the subject pronoun changes to L. Okay, because we're narrating. When the father was going to ask directly, he's obviously going to ask, where are you going? And same thing when I want to narrate, I will narrate it as, where is she going? Sava, I hope it's clear to everyone. Let's move on to the next point. The next question word is que. Que or qu'est-ce. So first we need to understand the difference between que and qu'est-ce. What is the difference? Quelle est la différence? Okay, so I've given you the examples with both the words. Le père demande à sa fille, qu'est-ce que tu bois? Le père demande à sa fille, qu'est-ce que tu bois? Le père demande à sa fille, que bois-tu? What do you think? What is the difference? What difference do you observe? Can you see? With qu'est-ce que we have written straight. Okay, qu'est-ce que tu bois? And with que we have done inversion. That is the only difference. Okay, between que and qu'est-ce que. And when we have to join que and qu'est-ce sentences, we do it with the help of ce que. Okay, we do it with the help of ce que. So, le père demande à sa fille for both the sentences. Okay, for both the sentences, your answer will be same. Ce qu'elle boit. Le père demande à sa fille ce qu'elle boit. You join it with ce que when que or qu'est-ce is given. Okay, so let's move ahead to the next point. Qu'est-ce qui? Qu'est-ce qui? Now we have another example for this. Le père demande à sa fille, qu'est-ce qui est arrivé à ton ami? Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? What happened? Okay, so qu'est-ce qui? When qu'est-ce qui is given, it changes to ce qui. Okay, so le père demande à sa fille, ce qui est arrivé à. When you're asking directly what happened to your friend, and when I'm narrating this thing, what happened to her friend? Okay, her friend or his friend. Clear? So it becomes son ami. Sava, I hope it's clear. So with que or qu'est-ce, it was ce que, and ce que you have an option to make it QU apostrophe. But when you write ce qui, QUI, we never make it apostrophe. Okay, do remember that. Do keep a note of that. All right, we move on to the last one. We have different synonyms for that. Ki, es, ke. But in the starting, you can see on all of them, the starting I have double underlined, okay, so that you're not confused. In the starting, all of them is starting with ki. So whenever the starting, here it was qu'est-ce. Okay, in 7th point, it was qu'est-ce, and ki was at the end. When ki is at the end, the word that you need to remember is ce qui. And when ki is in the starting, okay, when ki is in the starting, you need to join it with the word qui only. Okay, and it is basically who. Le père demande à sa fille qui invite-tu ce soir? Whom are you inviting or who are you inviting this evening? So le père demande à sa fille qui elle invite ce soir. To whom is she inviting this evening? Clear? So there are few points that I've written for you. You can also note it down in your notebook, okay? So while changing the sentences from direct to indirect, right now, what did we do? We were changing the sentence from direct to indirect. There are two things that you need to remember because you're going to get a mixed question, direct to indirect, okay? And indirect to direct will be one question only, okay? But the points are same for both the things, okay? The points are same. So right now we have done direct to indirect. So when you do that, a lot of things changes. I have mentioned here, the subject pronoun can change. Accordingly, the conjugation of the verb can change. Adjective possessive can change. You have seen, okay, just now I have given you in one example. In 7th one, qu'est-ce qui est arrivé à ton ami, when we ask directly ton ami. But when we are changing it, it becomes son ami. So adjective possessive can change. And also pronoun personnel. Personal pronouns can also change. Okay. Personal pronouns can also change depending upon the sentences. And never do inversion in indirect speech. Never do inversion in indirect speech. So the rules from direct to indirect and indirect to direct are same. These are the only rules that you need to keep in mind, okay? That will help you to get the question right. I have also given few parts here. Let's quickly see these parts just to see whether you've understood the concept or no. Il dit, j'aime lire le journal. Okay, so il dit, he's saying. So it is a declaration sentence. We're going to join with que. Il dit qu'il aime lire le journal. Similarly, second and third, I want you to try it on your own. Okay, and then you can check the answer from my video, whether your answer is correct or no. Okay, so, and this was direct to indirect. When we get a question from indirect to direct, now it's reverse. When it's the reverse question, again, you remember the words that are used here. For example, il dit qu'il achète une voiture. They're saying that they're buying a car. So what do you do in this case? They are saying que means declaration. So when they have declared it, how they would have declared it? We are buying a car. Excellent. Okay, so now you have to think vice versa. Just think in the reverse manner. Whichever words are used. For example, C was used. So C was used with interrogative forms. So you can make any form here. Okay, similarly for the next one, the, venir, we. The is used. That means it is an imperative case. So you open the brackets and put the verb in imperative form. Okay, so revise all these sentences and see the answers from the video. Okay, you'll get the clarity. And if you still have any doubt, do write it down in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to help. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.